Ghost rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things. That's it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Brooklyn Bulls. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A quick throw out to Lockett. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. And some room to maneuver. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Play action. Now it's Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On play action, Allen. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Cook. Touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
He'll buy some time right. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They find some open field here. There he goes, left side. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for the touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Looking to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on fourth and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book. and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run the counter with Cook. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ready, break.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They run it again with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. To throw, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got some space here. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 152 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Ready up.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll take this to the 46. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Ready, set.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On play action, Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Ready.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the half will begin with a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense what we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to gain the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 168 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now Allen And this is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Allen. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to... Now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag. Now Allen again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Alert!
Now Cook running right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. In motion left goes a tight end. On 2nd down, Cook. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
Cook. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Patterson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL,
A lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 2. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing is Allen. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Cook again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Allen. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Tariq Woolen picks it. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand.
Okay, right?
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck.